She came home quiet that day, too quiet. I asked her what was wrong, and she just whispered, "My teacher said I talk too ghetto." That's when my heart stopped. What happens when the very people we trust to shape our children try to erase who they are? What would you do if your daughter was told her voice, her identity, her culture, was wrong? Have you ever felt silenced because of how you speak or where you're from? Would you stay quiet, or fight back? Subscribe to Secrets of the Case for true, powerful stories that make you feel, think, and never forget. Now, let me tell you what happened. My name is Danielle Grant. I'm a single mom, living in Atlanta, Georgia. I work 2 jobs, day shifts at the clinic and night shifts on weekends at the front desk of a hotel. She's 12. Beautiful, smart, full of life, and proud of who she is. My daughter? Her name's Nia. Nia has always been a little firecracker, talks fast, laughs loud, mixes African American vernacular English with everything else. She's authentically her. We never taught her to be ashamed of that. Until one day, someone else did. It happened in 7th grade. She was answering a question in English class. Something about symbolism in a poem. She said. The dude in the poem felt trapped, like he ain't got no choices. The class laughed. And her teacher, Ms. Connolly, a white woman in her 50s, looked right at her and said, "Nia, can you speak properly please? We don't talk ghetto in here." Right there. In front of everyone. No correction. No support. Just shame. Nia came home and didn't want to talk. She stopped raising her hand in class. She started talking differently at home, slow, stiff, almost like she was trying to rehearse perfect English. I finally got it out of her after 3 days. When she told me, I was furious. But what got me the most? She said, "I don't want to sound stupid, Mama." She said it like, I'm embarrassing. That broke me. I scheduled a meeting with the principal and Ms. Connolly. I brought Nia. She didn't want to come. But she needed to see me fight for her. Ms. Connolly smiled that fake smile and said, "I didn't mean anything by it. I was just encouraging proper classroom language." The principal nodded along. I asked, "So why not say, let's rephrase that? Why label it as ghetto? Why make her feel like her whole way of speaking makes her less than?" Ms. Connolly blinked. I didn't realize it would be taken that way. But it was too late. I posted about it online, no names, just facts. The post blew up. Dozens of other Black parents shared similar stories. We contacted the school board. We demanded training for staff. Cultural sensitivity. A real change. My son was told to stop talking street. My niece got detention for using the word ain't. My child came home thinking they were dumb because of how they speak. We organized. Then something I never expected happened. Nia wrote a poem. They say I sound ghetto, but I sound like my auntie, my grandma, the lady who held the elevator for me. Launched workshops. Gave students the floor to speak up. I sound like the cookouts and church songs and bedtime stories. I don't sound wrong. I sound like home. She read it at the school's open mic night. She got a standing ovation. Even Ms. Connolly looked stunned. Eventually, the school issued an apology. Not just to us, but to every student who had ever been made to feel less than. They brought in outside facilitators. It wasn't perfect. It didn't undo the harm. The ones who internalized the shame? But it was a start. This wasn't just about Nia. This was about respectability politics, microaggressions, and how schools are often built to reward assimilation, not authenticity. What they called a ghetto was really just culture. Expression. Voice. Identity. We can't let anyone take that away. Nia never went back to being quiet. She knows now that her voice has power, just the way it is. But what about the next kid? The ones who stay quiet? What would you do if a teacher corrected your child like that? Do you think schools should be held accountable for cultural bias? Have you ever been made to feel ashamed of how you speak? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Secrets of the Case, because these stories, they're real. And they matter.